All right, the 5 chest victory rewards event has just started as of me sitting down to record this video. You can get 5 rewards per day, as you can see, 0 out of 5 and 0 out of 1, kind of special chests. In this video, I'm going to speed run getting these 5 chests for today. I'm going to time how long it takes, and I'm going to tell you the fastest possible way to get these 5 chests. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right, I've got my timer started. How quickly can I get these 5 chests? All right, everybody, first match, I'm literally just going to hit the end turn button over and over and over again until the game is just over, until my opponent just beats me. There we go, end turn. Turn 2, end turn, not play anything. All right, it's our third turn. What are we gonna do? We're gonna end turn and not do anything. Why are we doing this? The reason we're doing this is because this event is set up in a very interesting way. And turn 4, end turn, where the chests will only appear after you finish a match. Turn 5, end turn, and you can't quit the match. So we're just gonna keep ending. Turn 6, end turn. We're just gonna try to get through these matches, let our opponent beat us as fast as humanly possible. All right, they're super evolving. They know they've got the win, and this match is gonna end in about 2 minutes. We have to end matches as quickly as possible. The first way, just click an end turn. I'm gonna test this for y'all just to make sure that it works. I'm gonna test this until I get a chest. All right, 1 minute and 52 seconds already that we're in here. We're probably gonna end up going down in our group rating, but we don't really care. We're just looking for a chest. Doesn't seem like I got one, so let's just head straight back in and do it again. All right, I'm not even gonna touch I won't touch anything except for the button. I won't touch the cards in my hand when I start, and won't do anything. All I'm gonna do is hit end turn every turn. Here we go, turn 1, end turn. All right, here we go, turn 2, end turn. You have to get to the end of the game to get the chest to appear. If you care about your rank, I'm very sorry for you. Turn 3, end turn. I'm very sorry for you. You're gonna take some damage to your rating. Here we go, turn 4. Oh no, I think my opponent might be doing it also. All right, nope, they played something. Turn 5. All right, hurry up and kill me, opponent, please. Turn 6, just end my turn. So yeah, again, you have to complete the matches in order to get the chest to appear. Turn 7, end turn. So we're just gonna complete these matches as fast as possible. All right, that was just about exactly the same. It's been 4 minutes and 7 seconds, about 2 minutes per match. Can we get the chest to appear? And I will keep doing this every match, just clicking to end turn every single turn, never playing anything, never touching a card, never even touching the screen, anything. I'm gonna keep testing this for you to show you about how many games, about how long per game. All right, and so you're gonna save time on this. I'm gonna try to get you these chests as fast as I possibly can. All right, so I'm just gonna keep doing this every match. We lost again, about 2 minutes again. Every match takes about 2 minutes. I'm gonna keep testing this. I won't show you the rest of the games where I do this, but you got the idea. I'm gonna just keep doing this. I'm gonna keep testing it, and I'm gonna make sure that you can unlock chests this way and that you don't have to like play any cards or anything. It's been 3 matches already, still no chest. So I will come back. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'll tell you how many matches it takes to get the chest, if this strategy works, so you can make sure you won't have to test it yourself. I'll have already tested it for you, and we'll see how long it takes per chest to appear, and just make sure that this strategy is okay to keep doing this without ever actually doing anything, or if you have to actually interact through the match or not. So I'm gonna keep hitting this okay button, and we'll come back when the first chest appears, and I'll let you know. All right, here we go. That's match 4. It's been pretty much exactly 8 minutes. Can we get the chest? I never clicked anything. All right, game 5. That's it. It's over. My opponents know what's going on here. They're finishing me pretty quick most of the time. Even less than 10 minutes. Hasn't even been 10 minutes yet. Can we get that chest to appear? All right, that's 6 games down. Every single one of them taking just about 2 minutes. That one took a little bit longer. So we're at 13 minutes. Can we get a chest? It's been 13 minutes and the chest appeared. So y'all, all right, that's the first order of business. The first order of business is done. We got the chest. It took pretty much exactly 13 minutes. And this is our 7th game, and we got the chest to appear. So as I understand it, if the chest appears at the beginning of the match, if you win that match, then you basically should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually switch my deck here. One of the strategies that was talked about, for example, on the Reddit, was to basically use like a deck where you're kind of doing damage to your own hero in the game, and then you basically switch to the deck you actually want to play to try to get victories. So for me, that's going to be Swordcraft. I think Swordcraft's one of my better decks, and I also just want to play it. So let's go now back into the battle, and actually we can just stick with the deck that we want to use. All right, and so far I'm not... Oh, okay, so there it is again. So once it appears once, I believe it just stays, and there you go, chest available. All right, so I'm now going to stop, and I'm going to actually start playing these matches, and I'm going to go ahead and actually try to win these games, and we're going to go ahead and open our first chest. All right, everybody, and just like that, 9 mana, play this guy out. This is the first match already I'm playing. After I got the chest unlocked, I get to attack twice, get the super evolution, and that's going to be a win. There you go. I didn't even have to play 2 games to get that first chest. And the thing is, if you're conceding, or, you know, not conceding, but just letting them win every round, you're going to place like much weaker opponents also. So you're still going to be able to get a high win rate once you actually need to get the win to then open the chest. Here we go. First chest. What are we going to get here? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. 2,000 battle pass rewards and an opulent Rose Queen emblem. That's actually like pretty solidly decent rewards, isn't it? All right, everybody. My timer, 24 minutes and 58, 59, 25 minutes. minutes. I'm going to pause it there. So it took me 25 minutes to get and earn the first chest, and that was getting a win as soon as I got the chest. My battle pass is going up 2 levels instantly. And okay, if we go back and check, okay, that was just 1 out of 5 daily rewards, and we still haven't even gotten to 0 out of 1 of, I believe this is the special chest. And we already got 1 limited time reward. That's pretty nice, right? Probably got a little lucky there. All right, everybody. So that strategy works perfectly fine. You can just start on the deck that you want to actually play to get the win, and then just keep passing your turn over and over again. And I'll do it more, and I'll let you know how many games it takes me to get all 5 of my chests and how long it takes. But let's go ahead and try strategy number 2, which is to basically use this, again, like damaging your own hero, Abyss style strategy, where we're actually going to play cards. We're still never going to really do anything. Like, we're not going to try to win the match, but we're going to actually play card. Is this going to actually accelerate it if we're like active in the game and playing cards? Well, on Reddit, folks mentioned, for example, using this Barrel Nightmare Incarnate. You can just go ahead and deal 3 damage to your leader. I can also play Night Fiend, for example, deal 1 damage to your leader. And this way also, we may actually just randomly get some free wins, because sometimes you just win with this deck if you play these. Just play them out and just end the game with a Cerberus or a Medusa if you have these cards. All right, so to unlock the next chest, I will try this strategy, but I have a very, very strong feeling this is not going to be the ideal optimal strategy. Because yeah, the last one, it took me about 12 minutes, 13 minutes to get the chest, and that was like 6 games. Whereas if you actually play a game, it usually takes quite a while for a lot of these matches. But so anyway, we'll go ahead and try it, and I'll report back. All right, I already got demoted into Group Topaz. And just to show you, this is kind of my strategy with this one. This is basically, again, just in case the game has some kind of internal, measure of if you're sort of playing or if kind of maybe you're dealing damage to the opponent. So all I basically do is I just mulligan any card that's not self-damaging myself, and then I basically just try to play something every turn for like the first couple turns. So here I'll just play this guy to self-damage myself by 1. All right, and then I'll go ahead and basically deal some damage to them in the face, and none of this stuff matters. Whatever, I'll just play a card out, and then once I get to about turn 5 or 6, where the game's usually pretty much always going to end, I'll just play something out to just, there you go, that's what I'll play out. All right, there we go, and end the turn, and then they'll kill me on the next turn. So this is already game 3, and I'm looking at my clock. The first game was 3 minutes, then 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and then this one was right at pretty much exactly 3 minutes again. So the games went from basically taking about 2 minutes to 3 minutes. So it basically just depends if the game actually keeps track of whether you're sort of playing in the game or not. And so I'll do each of these a couple times and see if there's kind of any connection to how many games it takes. Of course, this is going to be a small sample size, unfortunately. But basically, from this point on, if you ever see any kind of evidence whatsoever that, you have to do some participation, which again, I've already tested, I showed you. You don't have to participate in the match to unlock them. Or if you find out like, okay, maybe winning the game has a benefit. So once again, game 4 here, didn't get a chest. I'm going to just mulligan. I've got no self-damaging stuff. And, if it turns out that I play a couple of these self-damagers and they're kind of big minions and my opponent's just fiddling around not doing anything, then fine. Maybe I'll go for a quick win. Maybe that boosts the chances of getting a chest. I don't know. All right, there's the chest, a treasure chest. That's treasure chest number 2. It took me 24 minutes and 20 seconds right now on the dot. So basically twice as long doing the strategy. And also worth noting is that I did win the match before this. So I decided to play out 2 of the games because I just figured, all right, well, if my opponent's not really doing much and it seems like I've got decent cards in my hand to try to actually get a win, then I'll just go for the win, whatever, it doesn't matter. And again, maybe that actually, accelerates the process here. I'll see if I can get a quick win here depending on what my opponent's got. All right, so it was 24 minutes and 30 seconds. Chest number 2, about almost twice as long. So way worse. I played out 2 of the matches. So the first 3 matches took about 3 minutes or so. And then the second match was like 7 minutes. And the last one was also like, I don't know, 7 minutes or something like that. And so when you combine all that stuff together, get about 24 minutes. All right, so that's strategy number 2. And well, the problem is it still took about 5 matches to get it. Although, again, one more time, I will just note that I did get it on the match that I actually won. So is it possible that that helps? I'll do a little trading here. Is it possible that winning helps? I don't know. We'll have to see if anybody actually has like really large statistics. But I hope this video still helps to just show you kind of testing that all these different strategies work. So both of these strategies work. Playing Abyss, hurting yourself, also potentially going for wins in the process too. Once again, is it a coincidence that I got the chest after a victory, but it was also my 5th game? So you'll have to keep testing for yourself to see if you want to even try the strategy. Because if I can always get it within about 5 or 6 games of just hitting the end turn button every turn, anybody who plays this game a fair amount knows that if you actually go for a win in a match, the match pretty much always takes a while. Like, you can't really finish a match much quicker than like, what, 5 or 6 minutes at best. So everybody, I have a feeling just passing the turn is gonna be faster, but we'll go ahead and finish testing it to wrap up this video. All right, chest number 2, time to open it. It took me 2 games to get my victory. So basically 50, oh, is that a special one? I don't know. 47 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, 200 rubies. Really good reward, right? I think the rewards for these are going to be really excellent. It's too bad the design of this event is, to be honest, totally terrible. All right, test number 3. I'm going to go back to just hitting end turn on every match and see how quick we get it. That was about 47 minutes and 30 seconds, about 47 and a half minutes in total. So 23 minutes between 2 games to get the victory. I think that should be about average probably for most people. Let's see how long it takes us to get to the next chest. And this time I'm just going to start with Swordcraft, which is the deck that I'm playing to try to win the matches. So as soon as the chest pops, we'll go ahead and go for the victory. A treasure chest. Okay, y'all. Oh my gosh. Treasure chest number 3, I literally got it the game after I won a treasure chest, and I'm already in here with Swordcraft, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and go for a win here. All right, everybody, so after you win and get a treasure chest, it is possible to get another treasure chest immediately. That's nice. Okay, so this literally took 0 seconds, so all right, can't do much for that test, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this out, try to win, and I'll come back once I've opened. I'll let you see the rewards once again on this chest here as well. All righty, everybody, here we go. All right, first match win. I'm at 7 minutes and 40 seconds, so this is going to be basically about an 8 minute win here. Yep, right at 8 minutes. So okay, chest number 3 was just a total of straight up 8 minutes. Got the win on my first match. And by the way, you might be saying to yourself, well, yeah, you can get these chests fast because you're way lower ranked than I am. You're only in group, well, now I'm in group Topaz because I already tanked an entire group down. Here we go, opening the chest up. Already tanked down an entire group. Okay, 100 rupees, not that great, but still not too bad, honestly. Even if it's just 100 rupees, that's an entire pack over the course of the 5 chests. I've already dropped my group all the way down 1 full level because, yeah, I'm tanking a lot of my matches. And, well, that's what's going to happen. And all I have to say to you, if you have that complaint, is, yeah, this event is absolutely terribly designed. I almost feel like, by the way, I think that second one we got, you could tell the chest looked a little different. But so I think that was chest number 2 was the kind of a sort of a special chest, but I only got 200 rupees out of it. And then I got 100 out of chest number 3. So it wasn't even really that big of a deal and that much of a difference. The first reward was 2,000 battle pass points and a special limited reward. So I feel like it was actually better than the special chest. So yeah, if you're thinking to yourself, well, hey, you can do it fast because you're low rank. Yeah, all I can tell you is, yeah, this is probably like, I'm going to be honest, in my opinion, this is probably like one of the worst design events in any game like I've ever played, I think. Basically punishes people that are in a high group and rewards people that are still in a low group, like myself. I've been just kind of taking my time, enjoying myself. I've been doing a free-to-play Zero to Hero series. You can actually check that out on the channel if you want, where I basically show how I slowly level up my account, completely free to play. And I am going to go for the highest rank, everybody, which I guess is the highest group, and also will level up the D3 all the way as well. And yeah, everybody, this event is just absolutely terribly designed. What can I say? It seems like the optimal way to actually get the rewards from this event is literally to just tank your group rank, spend like 10 minutes or so every single time, just hitting end turn over and over again, and then going for a win. And it's better if you're in a lower group because then you can win faster and easier. I don't know why it seems like every major decision of the actual stuff outside of the gameplay itself in this game seems like such a terribly designed and terrible decisions, but well, that's what it is. So all right, so on to 2 more chests. I'm gonna do chest number 4 again, just ending turn over and over again. Let's see how fast I can get it, y'all. All right, everybody, back again. Insta treasure chest again. First game already back. Got a treasure chest after we just opened and won the last round and got that treasure chest. So I am like 99% sure at this point that if you do win a match, it probably does affect pretty heavily the odds that you're going to get a chest on the following round, just so you know. All right, looks like that's already a win again. It took me 2 matches, and according to my clock, 9 minutes and 30 seconds, it looks like. Yep, about 9 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're getting our win on the second round. There we go. Time to open that chest. The last 2, we got it on the first. Just as soon as we open the next match, we got the chest. Pretty nice. But y'all, according to the event, it just says after you complete a match. It doesn't say win or anything. So I don't know. You can test the odds for yourself. Wow. Okay. And we already got the other special rewards. So we're already done with the special rewards. All right. And so for chest number 5, y'all, here's what I'm going to show you. Let's say we were doing the strategy that people have been talking about. We use kind of like a self-damaging Abyss craft deck. But let's say it's not our favorite deck that we want to actually win with, and we want to switch to Swordcraft to actually get our win. So the final question is, if I use any strategy where I'm starting with one deck and you want to try to play with that for just either faster games in general and the other stuff I talked about previously in the video, then once the chest appeared, can we just go ahead and start conceding? And even if we're going to lose, also just concede to try to get to the win faster. So that's the final thing I'm going to test and show you in this video. I'm going to get to the chest, and I'll just concede a few times after that to just show whether it sticks around or not after it's basically appeared for the first time. Because as I understand it, you can just keep losing over and over again as long as you at least finish the match. But can you actually concede matches once the chest appears? All right, there it is. Treasure chest number 5. 9 minutes and 33 seconds it took me to generate it. And then let's say you're playing this strategy where you're using some kind of, if I were you, either way, either strategy you use, this took me 9.5 minutes, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now, I think the fastest way to generate the chest, best way, most reliable, is going to end up being the strategy of just hitting end turn over and over like I just did for a couple of these chests. When you actually start playing the game a little bit, your opponent's going to start attacking your minions, and it just doesn't seem like the best way to do it. Whereas with this way, yeah, maybe it takes a few more matches, but at least you can consistently get it. For me, that was 4 matches. This was match number 5. So basically just hit end turn all the way through like 4 or 5 matches, maybe 6, and it should pop up. And it's going to take about 10 minutes per chest, and then you can actually start playing the game. I mean, a lot of games that you play in this game, I'm sure you know. And I think we're going to go ahead and forfeit this match just to make sure that that chest is still going to be there once we're done. I'm sure you know if you're higher rank. I'm sure you're aware sometimes how long some of these matches can take. You have back and forth, everybody's playing legendaries back and forth, trading the board off over and over again, and the matches take, you know, like 10, 12, maybe even, I don't know, 12 minutes sometimes. All right, there's the chest, so you can go ahead and concede afterwards, and it seems to stick around. Just for y'all, everybody, I'll concede a couple more times just to make sure. I'll concede like 3 more times and just make sure that chest is always still there afterwards. All right, y'all, after getting demoted all the way down to group Emerald, 2 full group demotions, you gotta be willing to do that. There's that chest. I have conceded 5 times just to test this for y'all. I'm gonna actually go ahead and play this one out. If y'all appreciate this effort I'm putting in for you, go ahead and like the video. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're interested in the content that I'm making on here. It's mostly basically showing free to play how to build up your collection efficiently without making any mistakes, and how to then take that collection, you know, all the way up, strategy, all the way up to the highest ranks in the game. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm going to go ahead and finish this last match, go for that win to open chest number 5. I'll also show you the rewards at the very end. And in the meantime, everybody, just to summarize this whole thing, and now that I'm back in Emerald Group, just to summarize, this is an absolutely terribly designed event. One of the worst I've probably ever played in any game ever. I highly recommend for this event for you to just do what I'm doing if you don't care about your rank. If your rank doesn't matter to you. If your rank matters to you, well, then it's going to be another different story, and it's probably going to be really frustrating and annoying, to be honest. So just keep joining, hit end turn over and over again. And, you know, from my experience here in this video, I showed you it took me about 5 or 6 matches each time. And then each of those matches takes about 2 minutes to complete. So we're looking at about 10 to 12 minutes per, probably on average, I think. Everybody post down below in the comments if you want to help others out to know how long it's going to take. Go ahead and post your results of about how many matches it takes on average to unlock them, especially if you've tried this strategy out that I'm showing you in this video. And also let us know what you're getting from those chests so we can have an idea of how good these rewards are going to be. We can kind of crowdsource some of this information to see about how good these chests are. How worth our while are they to open for as far as the odds go. I think that pretty well sums it up. I don't think I've got anything else to say, so let's just show you the final 5th chest once I get it, and I'll let you know how long it took me as well. All right, everybody, and that is gonna do it. And yet again, it is on the 2nd match that I get my win, even though I'm all the way down in Emerald. That's probably not good, I guess. I don't know. But anywho, all right, here we go. That's it. Here comes chest number 5. That took me 18 minutes and 42 seconds just to get those 2 wins. So that's the thing. That's how long it takes to just play matches sometimes, especially when your opponents are slow. And that's just me playing 2 games. All right, normal looking chest. What do we get? What the heck? 3,000 battle pass rewards and 150 rupees. Y'all, the fancy looking chest only gave me 200 rupees. This is so much better. And also like a really good reward, isn't it? Dinging up there to seize your whoop-de-doo. All right. Guess that's kind of meaningless, isn't it? But hey, I'll take it. It looks pretty cool. Feels good anyways. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 battle passes up. Okay. All right, everybody. That's it. Hopefully this helps y'all. I'll say it one last time. I highly recommend just passing the turn over and over again. I have a very, very, very strong feeling that's going to end up being the most time efficient. And you can complain to Side Games about the fact the most optimal, efficient way to play this and get all the rewards, which actually seem pretty solidly good. Also tanks your group rating and makes you waste like 10 plus minutes for every single chest. It's terrible design. All right, that's the end of the video. Let me know what you think.